Testing, testing. All right. Why does it say 7 p.m.? Hey, Brian. Why does what say 7 p.m.? I don't know what you're looking at. Hey, Pap. Hey, Brian. Welcome, welcome. Whoops. Move this right quick. There we go. All right. Hey, Troy. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Let me get my chords arranged here. So many chords going. Romania. Wow. Welcome. That's far. All right. I'll get a coaster so I'm not just a heathen. My cans of drinks. Huge huge project keeping you constantly going, huh, Troy? Dude, I feel it. I have just finished grading like 50, 60 papers today. That was brutal, but I made it. Did it before the show started here. Now I've just got to start prepping my work for next week. I'm almost kind of a little bit caught up. Hey, Jesse. Hope you're feeling okay-ish. Just about 11 p.m. there, so that's pretty far, huh? Yeah, that's pretty far. All right. All right. Am I doing NaCoWriMo? I don't know, man. It's the second and I haven't written anything, so not yet. Maybe eventually I'll write some letters. I've got a whole stack of things over here to reply to. I just got another thing to reply to. Our friend Claire sent me a couple of ink samples that I'm pretty psyched about. So I need to and she put a letter in there. Sneak. So now I have to reply. And so, you know, I'm hoping to do some NaCoWriMo, but I've got to catch up with work first. Jesse's had the flu for, I don't know, what is it? What did you say, a week or something? I was also sick for a long time, as y'all know, and so I was like way behind in everything. Not just blog and vlog stuff, but also actual work that I get paid for. I've been way behind. We've got 1 million speakers coming in this semester, and so I've got a lot to do. I don't know if NaCoWriMo is honestly a little bit low on my list, unfortunately. For whatever reason, February is always a bad month for me to try to write stuff. Hey, Sandra, welcome. Hey, Sebastian, welcome. Any new acquisitions? I may have gotten a couple of things. You did 2 today, though, huh, Brian? That's not too shabby. I have some Inquisitions, which is fun, and I have 1 Penquisition that I have to send back. It's not mine. It's a reviewer. What's on my shirt? This is a Power Rangers shirt from Loot Crate. I have no idea what it says. I tried to use Google Translate on it and it didn't work out. But I'm not like the biggest Power Rangers fan, but I think it's a cool shirt, so I wear it. So as far as Inquisitions, I got these yesterday, and it's just several Monteverdes. You can get these right now, or at least you could get these on thanks for the Power Rangers comment from Pen Chalet pretty cheaply. These are the big bottles. These are 90 mils, 3 ounces, so it's the same size as like Noodler's bottles, which are also pretty big in the industry, and these were like $8 or something after the regular discount, and then there's like some deal for the BYOB Pen Club. So I think the code is Bussy if you want to go over there and see what they got still. Too old for Power Rangers by about 5 years. I think I really was too. Like I wasn't huge into them or anything. I kind of missed it a little bit, but they were on in the afternoons, I guess, when I was in school. I didn't really watch that much TV, but at least not then. So I got 3 Monteverdes. And they were all like bluish. In fact, all of my recent Inquisitions are all blue. So, you know, I guess that's the thing I'm into. I got this one, which is their plain blue-black. Let me put my light over this way. You can probably see the little tag a little bit. Let's see, I have it here somewhere. Here. But it's a very dark blue-black, like very dark. So mostly black. And then I got Monteverde Sapphire, which is cool. I'm into this. And it looks really beautiful on the word card. Let me get this a little closer. There it is. Look at that blue. It's gorgeous. I realized recently I didn't really have any blue inks inked up, and so I needed to fix that. And then lastly, I got a big bottle of Horizon Blue. There's the bottle. Here's the ink, which is just a really kind of beautiful, basic-looking blue. It's like it's like a little bit of sheen there on this word card, but I don't think I'll see much of that otherwise. But anyway, it's a beautiful blue. So I'm into that. So those are my Inquisitions that I got. And then my friend Claire sent me 2 Athena inks, which are pretty cool. They're a blue-black and sort of and what's called eternal blue, which has got more of like a green component to it, and it's got like some sort of reddish sheen going on. So I've got a bunch of blues and blue-blacks and stuff right now. So, you know, Audrey, when she saw the Monteverde blue-black, was saying it might be kind of like the Franklin Christoph Noir blue, but I think the Noir blue is much more purple, according to my color cards, so I don't think it's that close. But, you know, they're both blue-blacks, so they're pretty close. Pretty close. So those are my Inquisitions. Anybody else? Anybody out there got any cool stuff? Gotta get the Piff Red ink. Yeah, I already ordered the Piff Red ink. Actually, I think I've got a sample of it coming my way, so I should be able to show that fairly soon, I suppose. But I haven't gotten it yet, so Oscar was going to send it out, but I don't think I've gotten it yet. Did I get in the Piff Kickstarter? Yes, I did. I was number like 25, 24, 26, something like that, and I got all the things. So all the pens are gone, which is kind of awesome. I'm glad those went quick. I'm not super surprised. They do look awesome. All those blues are definitely darker than Soughton. Soughton's way brighter than all the rest of them. You finally got some Stephen Brown ink, huh? Very nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of the Stephen Brown ink yet. But there's one. The last review I did, Cafe Crema, apparently looks a lot like Stephen Brown's ink, so that's pretty cool. You missed everything. That sucks. Any thoughts on the Special Edition Lamy All-Star? I have... Which color is the All-Star going to be? All-Star 2018. Let's see. Oh, the vibrant pink? That actually looks kind of cool. It seems like a very nice, bright pink. I think it looks cool. And the ink could be cool, too, actually. That ink looks pretty nice in this little splash on Goulet pens. They were the first thing that came up. They got great SEO, Goulet pens. But it looks cool. Apparently, Lamy's coming out with 10 new inks this year. Yeah, I heard that, and that's weird, right? I have no idea what they're going to come out with. Their inks so far have been, at least their regular line inks, have been pretty normal-ass inks. Like, nothing really crazy. Their turquoise, I think, is really good, but the rest of them are kind of just normal. They're all perfectly good, but they're totally normal. So I don't know what they're going to do. I imagine they've got to go... I mean, they got to... I have no idea. Lamy's going to Lamy. That's like Nintendo. You never know what they're going to do, but they're going to Nintendo. That's the verb for them. Hey, Mountain of Ink, welcome. You ever swatch the same inks multiple times, make sure your swatch technique is accurate? Actually, I have recently because I've sort of been slowly switching over to the coloring cards from my Moraman word cards. And it does make a bit of a difference, but my swatch technique is pretty simple. You dip a letter opener in there and then smear it around a little bit. I try to get the highs and lows from the inks, that kind of thing. But swatching technique is pretty, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, Alexander. Hey, how's it going? The logo guy for the Piff. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've seen a couple of your updates, and that is pretty cool. The Kickstarter seems like it's doing really well. I haven't checked in on it lately to see how well it's doing, but it seems like it's doing super well. Let me look at the current Kickstarter. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, go check out Kickstarter and look for, let's see, what's the thing to look for? It's the Pay It Forward project with dashes in there. It's up to $16,300 of the $1,000 goal, which is awesome. 142 backers so far and 26 days to go. Unfortunately, all the pins are gone, so all the big money stuff is gone. But so that number I think is going to start creeping instead of jumping like it was before. But the ink is very cool. The notebooks look really nice. They're from Story Supply, which I have no problem with. I like their stuff, so that's neat. But yeah, I'm pretty psyched about the reception to the Pay It Forward campaign. So good job, y'all. Good job. Got a new Lammy Nex today. All right. Nobody remembers the Lammy Nex, I feel like, you know. That's one of those things that it's one of those those pens that kind of goes unremarked on. I got one for my birthday several years ago from Audrey, and I quite like it, although I haven't inked it up recently. It's been kind of big trucks rumbling by. I just haven't inked it up recently, but I do like that pen quite a lot. It's really comfortable to write with. It's got a nice grip. Looks like this. It's this sort of looking one. I do want the one of the ones with a metal clip, I think, but they haven't refreshed the Nex line, so I'm hoping maybe there'll be like some limited edition Nexes or something like that soon. Yeah, there's one of my Lammy converters. How about that? Yeah, these are good pens. Pretty sturdy. Got a little bit of scuffing on the rubberized section here. I got a couple of scuffs in the barrel, but you know, whatever. This is a good knockaround pen for sure. Hey, Audrey, how you doing? Hopefully FC is doing okay. Conklin Durograph Purple Knights and a vintage Osmeroid. Oh, fancy. Fancy, fancy. Hey, Stefan, welcome from Sweden. Oh, Mary, you missed the pen, huh? You can't sleep on that. I was like sort of waiting on it at work, actually. I kickstarted right before class because I teach it too, and so I got to class at like 1:20 or I got to school like around 1ish, and I just had to like do it from my phone or something. Let's see what else we got here. Man, people love it when Audrey jumps in the chat. Standard Safari style nib? Yes, David, it does. Same thing as the Safari and the All-Star. And the logo and the studio and who knows what else. Your Nex has a different style cap, huh? There's a metal one that's like a few dollars more. It's got a sort of metal clip going on. Let me see here. Yeah, it's got like a metal clip. That's probably the difference. You got the, what do they call this one? The Nex M or something like that. And they call it the Nex M is with the metal, but you know, same sort of thing. Hey, Anna, welcome from France. Found out how to respond on your phone. That's cool. Look at Goulet. Yeah, I am looking at Goulet. It's the Nex M is what I'm looking at here at the Goulet site. Again, their SEO is really good. Oh, their plastic caps are new, aren't they? Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess it's not as goofy looking as the current Nex cap. The current Nex cap has this big hole in the top, or the old Nex cap has this big hole in the top. Looks like everything else is the same on here. The nib says A on this one. That's kind of interesting. Interesting. The metal ones look like they still have the little loop on the top. Huh. Yeah, it looks like they've refreshed the Nex. So that's good. I'm glad they're going to keep making those things. I like them. Backer number 15. Good job. You beat us. Have I tried any of the Colorverse inks yet? You know, you are not the first person to ask me that today. And the answer is, sadly, I haven't had a chance to try any yet. I don't have any, and I haven't gotten any from any of the vendors or any of my Colorverse having friends yet. Although Figboot and Sandra both have some, so maybe I can buy some samples from them or something. But I haven't yet. I do want to, for sure. Let me close these blinds. There. That ought to regulate the light a little bit. There. All right. Have you tried any of those yet, Karen? And those of you who have tried Colorverse, what do you think of them? How do they write? I know a lot of the hype seems to be about the sort of quirky shape for the cap and the like the shape, not the cap, the bottle and that kind of stuff. But I actually haven't seen anything, any like in-depth reviews about what the ink itself is like. It looks nice in Squishy Ink's swatches and stuff, but I haven't heard about performance or something's humming. But yeah. Sandra's package took a bit of a round trip. Went from Wake Forest post office to Raleigh to Greensboro, back to Raleigh, then to Wake Forest, and then to you. Nice. Nice. USPS has been doing some real wacky stuff lately. I mean, my rickshaw bag just like went on a tour. I have no idea even where it went. I know it went out to Mount Airy for some stupid reason after going to Greensboro. And then it was like a week. Seemed nice and saturated. Haven't been able to get the sheen that Squishy has. She's doing it almost certainly on Tomoe River, and that brings out sheen in anything that possibly can sheen. Route took only 24 hours. It's really interesting how USPS tracks or sends things. Like, there's got to be some method to the madness. I can't imagine they're just all crazy, but who knows? Who knows? Let me get off this page. Oh, and the Lamy Nexus look like they're going for, you can get them for like $20 in some places. That's cool. Anyway, it's a good entry-level pen for sure. For sure. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about that Heart of Gold ink. It looks pretty tight. It's like an orangey reddish sort of thing going on. I like it. Looks neat. Looks neat. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the rickshaw stuff there, Mary. I've only gotten to carry my rickshaw briefcase like 2 or 3 times. It's too small. It's a lot smaller, actually, than I thought it was going to be. And so, like, it's this wide, and it doesn't really get wider. And so, as you can see, I've got, like, once I put my computer in here, then I've got an A5 Franklin Christoph zip folio, and I've got my Jabun Techo in here. And that's kind of... like, it doesn't hold a whole lot more, a few more file folders or something. That's kind of it. So I take it to work with me on days when I don't have to bring a whole bunch of stuff. But on Tuesdays, I've got long classes, and I have to bring like my iPad, and I have to bring my little robot that will swivel around and catch audio and stuff because I videotape that class. And so I can't really take the briefcase, but it is really nice. I like it quite a lot. Am I coming to club on Sunday? It's a strong maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've got a lot of work to do this weekend, so we'll see. But I hope so. Hope so. Let's see. Twins Ink with Colorverse. Got Rickshaw. Oh, what stuff did you get from Rickshaw there, Mary? You said you got a briefcase, but what was your fabric and color and stuff? Hoping that Van Ness offers samples of the Colorverse inks. Too expensive to buy all the colors. Yeah, I know. Although I think Anna Reinert might have gotten 14 of them or something. So, yeah, we'll see. I've seen the empty ink bottle challenge. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I'm aware of it. But I don't think I'm going to have... I mean, I have emptied ink bottles, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. I could do this one, which is actually about only 2/3 full, and I've only filled from it like twice. So... I could do like a very small empty ink bottle challenge. That'd be kind of snarky. I don't know if it's worth doing it. Definitely not doing hard mode. I can't not get inks as they come out. That's kind of sort of my gig. But I have emptied ink bottles in the past. I've gone through several bottles of ink. So a lot of like Private Reserve, the older big bottles of Private Reserve I've gone through, but I started out using those, so it's kind of different. Use the 1.9 nib. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Or just only write with like my Omos or Pelicans or something. Yeah. It's an orange ink. You now own 3 orange inks. Yeah, good. How's the Jabun Techo going? It's great. I really like this Techo. I showed it on one of my videos before, but actually, sorry, I keep this thing in the back now, which is I think where it's supposed to go, and then I can just wrap this around the front to keep it closed. I do carry like note cards and stuff in there. Some of them just fell out somehow. Oh, I must have fallen out the top. And then it's actually really good for my for like blocking out time. So this sort of like day with all the times going down through it and all this kind of stuff is really good for that. This one doesn't have all that much on it, but I've got other parts of this notebook where there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is just next week. I've barely started filling it out, but there's already stuff there. So yeah, it's working great. I really like it. This is a really good notebook. And it's small enough that it can kind of go everywhere with me, which I like, but it's big enough that I can actually write notes in it. My previous notebook was great because it had a lot of space, but it was kind of big, and so I couldn't really take it everywhere. You've been to Wisconsin, Lexington, Kentucky, and going to Florida next? I don't know what that is. I wasn't keeping track of the chat, I guess. Audrey will never finish a bottle of nail polish. Yeah, fair enough. Diamine Marine. I'm not sure I've ever used Diamine Marine. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Got the Patriot color tweed and yellow 4-pin case and red plain notebook and pen holder. Yeah, the Patriot color tweed looked pretty cool, but it was hard to tell what color it would be. Like, it actually looked kind of pink to me online. Does it come out looking pink when you put in like all the blue and the red and the white and stuff together? I don't know. Oh, and an iPad case in red. Man, you really went for rickshaw on that, huh? That's why you're mad on the piffing. Probably take your chances of using purple. Look, I use purple sometimes, just not right now. Not right now. I backed the Dream Pen. I did not. It seems like a really good price for what's going on there, for the Urushi work and all that sort of thing. It looks neat, but I don't know. I just bought a bunch of stuff at the pen show, and so I'm a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I've bought enough pens for right now. I just got like 5 pens or something, so I gotta like chill out on those a little bit maybe. I have seen them. I saw Fig Boots, and it's a real nice pen. I was really impressed with it, especially for the price they're offering it. It's real nice. So if you're into that kind of Urushi thing and you want to get a new Urushi pen, I think it looks cool, and it feels nice. It's got a good like feel to it and weight and section and all that. The nibs look kind of boring, but you know, whatever. You can replace it with whatever you want. It's a Yovo nib. I do wish that they would offer it with a steel nib, because that would bring the price down by probably $100. And at $200 or $300, whatever, I'd be like, yeah, okay, but $400, I'm still kind of on. Looks red or maroon, good. Yeah, I mean, mine's kind of brick colored. Terracotta is what it's called, and I like it a lot. Cosmo fits your work perfectly, Sandra. Yeah, that makes sense to me. If I was just going to work, and didn't have to carry a bunch of stuff with me, like when I do, I carry the briefcase. So Tuesday I carry a big bag, and Thursday I carry a small bag, and Wednesday I carry whatever I need depending on what I'm doing. Try the Diamine Music Series. Got a Johann Sebastian Bach in a 30ml bottle. I love it. Great brown. I feel like I have a couple, but maybe I'm imagining that. I'm not sure I have. Diamine has so many darn inks. It's like trying to collect all of the, I don't know, Robert Osters or something. I mean, I've got a lot of Robert Osters, but I don't have nearly all of them. So yeah, I haven't tried that one, I don't think. Let me go to FPC Ink and see if I even have those. I do have quite a lot of Diamine ink, though, now I look here. I've got some of the 150th anniversary ones, but only like 2 of them. No, I don't have any of the music ones. Nope. No, indeed, unfortunately. But that's cool. I'm glad it's a good brown. I've got so many brown inks right now. Like all the inks I showed last week were all browns. I'm really into brown ink, I guess. Hello, Angel. Pen Peeps. Got a sample of Handle and wish you had a bottle. All right, well, I'm going to take some notes for ones I need to ask for samples of. I do have a place that hooks me up with samples. Let's see. Oh, went to Michael's last week. Audrey and I went on and did a little bit of shopping, and I got one of these. I almost forgot about it, actually. One of these Rhodia reverse books, which is kind of silly. I mean, it's just a wire bound that you can go either way because it's a dot grid. But this is actually, I'd heard that Rhodia paper was kind of going downhill a little bit, but I've tried it with a bunch of different things, and I never had any show through even. I mean, that's the back of the page. You can see it because there's, well, here, let me flip it over. Like, nothing. It's great. I don't know, I don't know why some people don't like Rhodia. I love this stuff. I got this, which is a Sakura Jelly Roll, and this has got like a little moon on the clip. I don't think I have any, none of the ones I have are moons. And this is like the thickest ink. It's, I mean, it's so opaque for like a bright blue. But you can see it on the page. Like, not now, I guess. Once it dries, you can't. But as you're writing with it, you can see like a hump of ink on the page, which is kind of awesome. But as you can see here, it does take a little while to dry. And I was just writing page numbers in my notes. And you can see how much of this thing I've used already. It was all the way up here, and now I've used this much just writing page numbers and notes. So I don't think this pen's going to last all that long. But it's quite good. All right, so I need... what did I have here? Handle, oh, J.S. Bach. And the other one was Handel. Oh, wow, you can get single 30 ml bottles of Diamine Music Series from Cult Pens at $2.55 each. Is the shipping crazy? Isn't Cult Pens a UK distributor? Huh. Yeah, Handle HEND. I'll check Cult Pens. I've tried out some of the Deep Dark series from Diamine at Cult Pens, and those seem really good. Huh. So slick it seems to be affected by hand oil, huh? Interesting. I haven't had that problem, I guess. But yeah, $2.55 for bottles is not bad. I'll buy a bunch of those. Let's see this Cult Pens action. I've never actually bought anything from Cult Pens, I don't think. Oh, free shipping. Oh, well, all right then. Your 3776 converter holds about a day of ink max. Dang, Oliver, what nib have you got on that sucker? Let's see. Yeah, 250. Well, 250 pounds, but that's not too bad. Oh, that's India ink. I don't want that. Don't want that. Yeah, you can get a lot of their collections. You can get the whole music collection bottle set for 60 pounds. 60 pounds is still kind of a lot of dollars, I think, isn't it? Yeah, $85. I'm not doing that. But these are bigger bottles. I haven't found the small bottles, but I'll check it out. Opens has 20 composer inks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they only see 10 here, but there must be more somewhere else. Yeah, they're $4 pounds each now. The 30 ml bottles of all the stuff. That's still only $5 a piece. That's not bad. I'll have to check those out. See what's going on there. Free delivery over 100 pounds. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not going to spend 100 pounds. 100 pounds of dollars. So many dollars. Yeah. So having that problem with writing some Inco Rhymer today with oh, fine, huh? Or Falcon, yeah. Oh, speaking of skipping a little bit and like problematic, this is the Penquisition that I got recently. What the heck is this thing called? Ah, yeah. So this is a Montegrappa, Ducale Grande, yeah, Imperator, Ducale Grande Imperator. This thing is huge. There's a face for scale. And this is a massive pen. It's the biggest pen I have. Here it is next to a Kanilea, and it's bigger in every way than a Kanilea. And the Kanilea was previously my biggest pen. This is a huge pen, and the nib, when I got it, just would not write. It's an absolutely beautiful nib. I mean, look at that thing. Super gorgeous. I don't usually care that much about gold nibs, but something about this nib is not. It's really pretty, I think. It's got this beautiful ebonite feed going on back here. It's a nice pen, but it wouldn't write for beans when I first got it. Of course, I didn't wash it out before I inked it, and then I washed it, and then I put some ink back in it, and I still didn't like it. And then I put a different ink in it, and I still didn't like it. And then a day or so later, I actually like it a lot now. It works perfectly fine. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it wasn't saturated, or something like oils or something had gotten in there from machining. But also I found this nib is so smooth that I really have a hard time writing on good paper. So I was writing with it on this rodeo over here. I'm like, oh, it still sucks. And I was writing with it on some other nice paper, and it was terrible. And then I started writing with it in, well, I can't show it because it's got a bunch of other notes on it, but my Mastermind from Baron Fig. And it wrote perfectly. I'm like, oh, wow, this is weird. And that paper just has enough tooth that this smooth nib doesn't skip on it and will start. Because I was getting a lot of hard starts. So I think this nib is just extra smooth. And so, yeah, if all my pens were this smooth, I wouldn't be able to use Rhodia at all, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, this thing is massive. It's number 45 out of 200. Look at that engraving on there on the back for the numbers. It's really in your face. So kind of a crazy big pen, but we'll see how I like it after a week or so. I'll do a review of it. Let's see. All right. What about kolaches, Audrey? Are you bringing them home? Bringing home some kolaches? Some delicious kolaches? Audrey found a place around here that has kolaches. If you don't know what kolaches are, Google them because they're delicious. And then she forgot them at work for like 2 days in a row. And last night she told me about it. She didn't have to tell me. You refrigerate those things. They're good for like a week. But yeah, Fabriano might be really good for it. Let me check. Fabriano's got a lot more tooth to it, so it probably will. Yeah, it works perfectly fine here on Fabriano, so I'm just saying it would help you remember. I hope it does. I would like to eat some kolaches. Although it is Pizza Friday, and I've been saving room for that. But yeah, sometimes if you get a pen and you just don't like the way it feels, change papers, because that matters. It matters a lot. Oh, hey, Denise, welcome. Something like $10 for shipping. Quite a link here. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Especially since they seem to have really good prices. I've just never really used them. Yep. I've just always kind of ignored the overseas shippers. I'm like, well, just the shipping is going to eat any savings. But yeah, if it's $10 for shipping, that could be pretty good. Especially if I can get somebody like a Sandra to go in with me on the buying. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, Denise, I really like their deep dark ones too. I haven't had a chance to I've used, I think, one, but I've got several of them. I got them from Eleanor, and they seem really good. They're beautiful colors, so I'm really into that. And it's cool that they have a whole line of like, you know, black colors. Like the Monteverde Noirs, but I think maybe a little bit prettier. But they're nice. I like it. And I like Diamine ink. I've always been a big fan. They're not all perfect, but they are all good. So that's cool. I put on the Slack that I was going live on here, and Alexander says, "Yay, a break from politics." Yeah, no politics here. We're not doing that. Do I have all 6? I don't remember. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I've got all 6. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't have them. Let me see. No, they're not immediately handy, so I don't really know. But yeah, I've got a bunch of them. I'm pretty good. And right now, honestly, I've got more ink than I can shake a stick at, so if I get some Colorverse, I'll try those out because of the new hotness. But otherwise, I'm staring at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 bottles of ink that I need to do reviews for in the near future. And a couple of them I haven't even used yet. Like, I got this beautiful Califolio Andronopal, and I haven't even inked it up yet. This might go in Audrey's brand new yellow Sailor. She got a bright yellow Sailor. It's a 1911, but it's a Japan exclusive that's all yellow with gold trim. It looks pretty hot. Weird. My phone was listening to me. Hey, Matt. Oh, hey. Published in Cambridge Press. Nice job. Well done. Yeah, good job. Let's get a round of applause for Matt here getting published in Cambridge Press. Well done. Well done. Ordered the orange large 1911. Oh, that looks so cool. What is that called? Fresh orange or something like that? It looks really good. I thought it was going to be all kind of like a weird pink orange, but in looking at the pictures that Anderson Pens has been very helpfully posting on Facebook all day. Of course, now Facebook won't show them to me because that's how Facebook works. But it is gorgeous. Super tangerine. Yeah, it's beautiful. Golf clap. What you golf clapping? Oh, golf clapping for the people getting published. Good. Yeah. Good. Oh man. Yeah. I'm glad I think the other America exclusives that Sailors put out were pretty cool looking, like that Anchor Gray. And there was another one too, wasn't there? Besides the Anchor Gray, I feel like there was another one. But man, that orange, that is right up my alley. Hey, Oscar, welcome. Welcome. There's Oscar the Pen Enthusiast. Am I buying the Lamy Vibrant Pink? I don't know. Was Fresca, yeah, that's the one. Peacock was an Anderson exclusive, not a USA exclusive. Probably we usually buy them. Yeah, so sometimes we do. Although we didn't get that bright blue one from last season. Probably should have, but we didn't get one. So maybe we'll have to get one of those soon. But yeah, we like them. I like those. And I just got this LX. I've actually been really enjoying this LX. It's pretty nice. First broad nib I've gotten on one of these. I might get it ground or something, or I don't know, let somebody, some amateur grind it a little bit, but it's a pretty nice nib. It's broad. But yeah, I like them. Interesting price for Pelicans on Cult Pens, $340 for an M800. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. That's why it's super hard to sell like a used Pelican in the U.S. because, I mean, the upcharge for us is so high that it's hard to get anywhere near what you put into it. But the ink looks pretty cool. I'll definitely check it out. What do you think about the all black Safari? Oh yeah, that's the new one for this. I thought we already had an all black Safari. I'm interested to see what it actually looks like. Because there was that sort of like matte charcoal one, right? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm not super enthusiastic about it, I guess. It is pretty meh. But also, I always kind of think Safaris are pretty meh. I wanted that petrol one, but I never could talk myself into getting it. Got an M1000 for $450. Woo! Yeah, that's a problem I have, Karen, is buying more Lamys because it's all the same nib and so it all feels the same. But on the other hand, like they look neat and they're not that expensive. So if you can get a good price on them, or if I can get a good price on them, I'll usually pick one up because they're not bad. They're all fine. Yeah, I thought they already had a black Safari, but whatever. Free next day shipping? Dang. It's impressive. And really, in other cases, I don't like to double up on pens. There's another one that's another exception, and that's this pen, the Schaefer Intensity. We've got at least 3 of these between Audrey and I. She's got the cornflower blue one too. And actually, I think technically this blue one is Audrey's. Maybe she's got 2 and I've only got 1. But I don't really double up on pens much, except for pens I really like. So, you know. Gave away all your Safaris and All-Stars? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I think at a certain point in our pen journey, you stop buying the less expensive pens and start saving towards better ones that you think you'll like more. And I think that's totally legit. There's no reason not to do that. I just bought 2 TWSBIs, but that's mostly for channel. And also because I kind of like TWSBIs, but I am really liking that TWSBI Eco T. I've used it a lot more still, even since last week, and I'm a big fan. Yeah, also, I agree with you on that, Matt. Limited ones should be colors that aren't in the regular line. Yeah. Black is lazy, I think, especially if you already have a black one. It's got to be different a little bit. Maybe it's got like a different clip or something. Let's see if it's any different from the other one. I put in Safari 2018, and that was not enough data. Showed me a bunch of cars. Yeah, it's just black on black. I don't know. It's fine. But it looks pretty much like the others. Like the petrol I thought was really cool, but I didn't buy one. I should have bought one, but I didn't. It's probably too late now. Maybe I'll find one on an ultra sale like I did one time before. But yeah, black on black is fine. Now here's the other thing, and that's that like a lot of people don't really like the garish colors, so they would look at that bright pink pen and be like, oh, I can't take that anywhere out in public, or I don't know, one of these guys, and be like, that's not a pen I could ever use outside my home, and maybe even not in it. Some people like to have like a more, I don't know, I was going to say drab, but that seems not right, but like a more conservative color palette than some of the rest of us. So, I mean, maybe that black will sell like hotcakes. Who knows? Black is still the best-selling ink color by far, isn't it? So, you know. Love all my TWSBIs. Yeah, I at least like all of them. I don't know if I love all of them. My 530 or whatever it doesn't get a lot of love, but I still like it. I like all the rest of them too. I'm a big fan. I think they're fine. Have enough meh pens. Well, you can just make your own pens now, Brian. So, you know, you don't even have to buy them anymore, right? One website isn't really showing things. It shows a white Joy as a... I had that unless somebody leaked different. Nah, I don't know. How about a Safari and Vanta Black? I would have a Safari and Vanta Black. That would be cool. You know, there's a bird out there that has feathers, which are Vanta Black, which is kind of awesome. They have the darkest feathers in the animal kingdom, or the darkest color in the animal kingdom. It's just basically Vanta Black, and it's a structural color, which is kind of fun. Like it's not just the color, it's not just that the feathers are so dark. It's also that they sort of splay and like interconnect, so that no like light doesn't even bounce off. It tries to bounce off and then gets reabsorbed by some other feather, which I think is dope. I can't remember what the name of the bird is, but it's super cool. You didn't get the Piff pen because you can make your own? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe you can talk Oscar into giving you a giving you a blank or something. But yeah, I mean, once you can make your own, or it's probably not as tempting to buy other pens. And the same sort of thing with me. Like I can adjust most nibs now, or I know people like Audrey who can adjust nibs super well, or Jim Rouse or something. And so I know that if I get a pen, like I don't have to worry about the nib all that much. And so I don't worry about the nib as much. Some people are like, I only want a good nib. I'm like, yeah, but any nib can be probably good. So send you a Piff blank for Secret Santa. There you go. You don't even need one. You can make your own. Vanta Black is restricted to lab use. I don't know if it's restricted to lab use so much as that it's like really strictly copyright protected, isn't it? There's like a dude who owns Vanta Black and won't let anybody else have it unless they pay a ridiculous amount, right? Isn't that the deal with Vanta Black, I thought? Anyway, that's what I hear. I'm not a Vanta Black expert or anything. But it does seem like it'd be pretty cool. Stuart Simple's Black 2.0? I don't know that one. Help if I could type. Interesting. Black 2.0, the world's maddest, flattest black art material. That seems pretty intense. Ultra pigmented. Huh. Yeah, that's really interesting. Except Anish Kapoor. Yeah, Anish Kapoor. That's the name of the dude who owns it. Form this unique super black paint for the benefit of all artists except Anish Kapoor. That's hilarious. Oh, mostly to the lab environment needed to apply the nanocarbon paint. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, cool. Hey, Vanessa, welcome. Phantom black absorbs light. Well, yeah. Yeah. That's how all color works. Idea video channel, huh? Interesting. But yeah, it's Anish Kapoor. That's the name of that person who owns Vantablack or something. Anyway, whatever. I think it's kind of weird to patent a color, but it's really a material, I guess, that he's doing. Where are the animals and why are they antisocial? Says Audrey. You're right. There's not a single animal in here. Last I looked, Scraggles was curled up on a bed on the guest bed. She has not moved, but like twice today. And then the cats, I don't know. I haven't seen them in a little while. They were here earlier, but they're kind of missing right now. I don't know. Hey, cats and Scrags, want to be on YouTube? Come on. They're not going to listen, but you never know. You never know. I don't know Idea Channel video or Idea Video Channel. I'll have to check that out sometime. But, yep, antisocial animals. That's what we've got right now. For sure. Did Apple try to copyright white? That's ballsy. Although I guess you can copyright whatever you want sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing when you're doing that. It's got to be like an application or a materials patent. I can't imagine he owns black or has an exclusive right to use a super black. That seems weird. But there was a guy who tried to, patent troll, who tried to take Adam Carolla to court because he claimed he had a patent on things happening in a series, which is, you never know. Sometimes you can get a patent on something real weird. That seems to happen every once in a while. So. I don't think the animals are getting into too much. Usually when they get into stuff, it's loud. They're not, I mean, they're cats, but they're not particularly sneaky in a lot of cases. And they're not really troublemakers most of the time. Idea Channel's over now, huh? Well, Apple tried this. They tried to patent Windows? That's funny. That's funny. I would like to patent the word ink because I use it in the name of my channel. Used for military and intelligence applications? Yeah, I bet it is. It's got to be used for something like that. It'd be pretty solid stealth material, it sounds like. Super black. But I don't know if I'd even use a Vantablack ink if there was one, you know? I like my inks bright. I mean, like super bright blue. I'm into that. I've actually got to clean some pens. I haven't cleaned a single pen since last week when y'all were saying that I was a bad pen owner for having too many uncleaned pens. But what are you gonna do? I've been really busy. Copyright's pure nonsense, but you're an anarchist. Well, if you're an anarchist and you were cool with patents, that would be weird. That would be the weird thing, for sure. Phone's blowing up. I'm not well enough versed to say anything about patents in other nations, actually. I don't know. I mean, there seems to be something that makes fundamental sense about being able to get exclusive rights to an idea or a thing that you have created. Audrey's leaving? Gonna finish up a few things and leave? Yay! Be a nihilist and see there's no point to cleaning pens. Or anything else there, Rescue Monkey. Just, eh. Um, oh, man. One of my colleagues had a kid in class who professed to being a nihilist. And for those of you who, yeah, Audrey, remember the kolaches. For those of you who don't know what nihilism is, it's basically the belief in nothing, or a non-belief in other things, I guess. And he kept objecting, like, well, I don't care about this because I'm a nihilist. And so the response was something like, yeah, well, if you're really a nihilist, then there's not really any point in me talking to you about this. I don't know why you keep bringing it up. Just chill out. So, I don't know. Nihilism isn't particularly attractive to me, but there you go. Anyway, I was saying about copyright, but it also seems like things like knowledge and whatnot are sort of inherently social. You just stream until you get home. I can't stream until you get home. It'll take too long. I can't do it. My voice, as you can tell, it doesn't have any depth to it. Like, my voice is pretty good until about here, and then it sort of like just turns to sand. My voice is still, messed up from this like bout with the flu. And Jesse's got the flu and she's feeling terrible. And Jim Rouse at Franklin Christoph is still sick with something terrible like the flu, and yuck. Belief in nothing is a belief in something, so I can be a nihilist. I think it's a matter of convenience. I don't think it's a real dilemma there, Rescue Monkey. A nihilist would say something like, "Sure, you can call what I am a nihilist, but I would have to say, like, I don't care what you call it. It doesn't matter." But we all call it nihilism because we have to refer to it as something. But it's not really a belief in nothing. It's a null belief or something like that. It's weird. But yeah, watch out for nihilists. They went after Lebowski. Peed on his rug and stuff. Yeah, Nietzsche is one of those really interesting philosophers. He's kind of up there for me. He sits in the same realm as like Ayn Rand, where I don't really care much for what they're doing, but I respect like the project, and the project is like, let's just shake the tree until the tree falls over so we can get people thinking about a thing. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess. But otherwise, I don't really care. Being systematically against the system. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Nihilists unite, or not nihilists, anarchists unite. Yeah. One of those silly things. Delicious water. Without drinking that water every few seconds, my voice would totally collapse. On Tuesdays, I lecture for like 4 hours straight, and editing the video from those lectures, it is rough. Kids are going to start sitting closer to the front of the class. Here's John Galt. Don't even start that, Troy. Get out of here. Procrastinators unite tomorrow. Yeah, I like that. Yep. Procrastinators unite tomorrow. I was doing some fun chromatographies earlier this week, just kind of for funsies, because I had my little inkwell sitting here. But this, and we were talking about some of the stuff over on the Slack, was like really cool looking chromatographies, and a lot of the browns and stuff have very cool looking stuff. This blue though is really cool. I mean, look at all the shades that are in this sucker. You got this sort of slate blue down here that's more or less water resistant. And then you've got like a purpley blue, and then you've got a turquoisey blue up at the top. I really like ink chromatography. I think it looks neat. I think it'd be cool to do as like a sort of dyslexic untie. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm a big fan of those. Oh, I didn't say which blue it was? Oh, sorry, I thought you could see. This is Sailor's Shikiori Yonaga. Like that. Which is super pretty. It's mostly a black, though. Like, it's so dark. Here on the swatch card, you can probably see, and probably you have this one, but it's got like a green sheen to it on here. I haven't seen that yet. But it's a really pretty blue. I'm a big fan of this. But it has really cool chromatography. I gotta say, though, of these Shikioris, like, I like 3 out of the 4. But, like, Yodaki here looks pretty cool. This is like a an orangey red with a little bit of like a tiny amount of gold sheen to it. And then this one I'm not super excited about because it looks kind of drab for a sailor blue black, I guess, but it's kind of drab. And the Yonaga is like a richer blue. And then this one, Yozokura, I don't even want to really try this one. Like, it doesn't look fun. It's like a gray lavender or something. It looks weird. But, meh. That one's a solid meh for me from all of those others that are, available and that kind of stuff. And then this guy just, holy shit, this ink. Jungle Volcano. So much green in this guy. It's nuts. Hey, Teresa, welcome. Please, nihilism and a scapegoat for having discussions. The difference between Ayn Rand and Nietzsche is that we can't say that she said the things she did because she was crazy. Well, I mean, I don't think Nietzsche was crazy until later. I mean, he stopped writing, I think, when he kind of went nuts. But syphilis or something ate his brain. Wasn't that the deal with him? But I don't know. Ayn Rand and Nietzsche had very different views, but also like very much the same project, broadly speaking. What blue is that? I don't know which one. The one that I was showing earlier was Shikiori Yonaga from Sailor. That's this one. Oh, there's that green sheen. You can totally see it there. It's like a fluorescent green. It's cool. And it looks cool in a pen too, actually. I've got it in a demonstrator. That's what's in this Eco T. Let's see if the ink will come down a little bit. You can see a bit of the blue through there. But it's really pretty ink. I'm liking it. Flow is great. Behaves really well. I'm digging it. I just wish it came in bigger bottles. Yeah. It's cool when I talk about philosophy. I mean, that is what I do. That's literally what I do for a living. So it's, it'll happen. You bring up some philosophy, I will talk about it. A little annoyed with the new Sailor pricing. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand the new Sailor pricing. I haven't seen the bottles change. I've only seen like they added these Shikiori ones, and those are all really small and they're really expensive. But what pen is that? This is the TWSBI Eco T, which has got this sort of triangular shape to it. It's got a little bit of a triangular shape on the grip section as well, but this is the Eco T. And this is a great pen. I like the Ecos way more than I should. They're one of those pens that's kind of surprising. On jet pens, you can get the same colors as before, but 20 mils. Really? They changed it on jet pens, huh? Let's see. Sailor Gentle inks. I see a blue black here, 50 mils for $14.25. Yuki Akari from the Four Seasons is $15, $15.50 for 50 mils. I don't know. I'm not really seeing Sailor Fountain Pen ink bottles. Let's see here. Oh, Kinmo Kasai. Oh, yeah, that's not great. So the old bottles, it looks like, are the same price as they've always been, but the new little bottles are the same price as the old big. That's not great. That's not great. I am annoyed by that too, for sure. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you should definitely give the Eco a try. I haven't had any break, and I haven't really heard much of them breaking. I mean, some of the TWSBIs had this problem, but interesting. But this one seems fine. Seems great. It's got good nibs, pretty solid. Used to be 50 mils for 20 or so. Used to be 50 mils for between 15 and 18, I think. Let me check out like Anderson pens. Because actually Jet Pens has always been a little bit high on their Sailor prices. For whatever reason, they just always were a little bit high. Let's see. Bottled ink. I mean, Anderson Pen still has the 50 mil, like the original squat bottles. They're stupid Inkwell for $18, which is, you know, what they always were. Maybe they just haven't gotten the new bottles, or maybe they still got just old stock, or I guess not brand new stock. Oh, here's Shikiori's. Yeah, those are $15. Storias. Yeah, Anderson Pens hasn't switched over yet, so I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. You can still get Rikucha, but get it soonish maybe, and don't buy it from Jet Pens. Get it from somewhere else, because Jet Pens has it too expensive. There's Salton, Yamadori, Waka Ugusio, or whatever. That's one I can't say. But yeah, definitely get Rikucha. Let me see if they have it. Yeah, they've got it in stock, $18. That is a great ink. Definitely try that one. For sure. There's no reason not to. And it's $18. It's not bad. Let's see. Trying to buy up any Sailor inks you want from Amazon. Not a bad idea. Shading gray inks that are gray inks that I like. Good flow with edge shading. That is very specific. I haven't used a gray ink in a while now that I think about it. Let's see if I can find my coloring cards. Blues, your purples. Blacks, black and gray are probably together. Because yeah, there are lots of good ones. I mean, my favorite all time is probably Mont Blanc's what is it, 18-year gray or 20-year gray or what? 90-year gray is awesome. I actually really liked the Arsenic ink from Organic Studios. I'm not generally a huge Organic Studios fan, but Arsenic was very good. Ackerman 29, Hofvajiver Grease is a really nice looking gray. I don't think I've used it yet, but it looks like it's got edge shading. You can see the dark edges. It's a nice gray. What else? Toucan Black is kind of gray. Ooh, that's way too light. Omos Gray is beautiful and has that edge shading thing you like, but it's real hard to find now. I don't have that many grays in here, actually. Could be there somewhere else. Did you put Kirasami up there? I saw... yeah, Kirasami. Here's Kirasami, which is a really pretty color. I haven't used it in a pen yet. I need to, because now looking at this, I'm really into this, but it's beautiful. It's like a silvery gray. Super cool. Mont Blanc Oyster Gray is real pretty. I think Papier Plume has a really, really nice gray too. Hopefully some people in the chat can help you out. It's been a little while. Omos Gray, yeah, good call there, Denise. We're on the same wavelength. Get my Rikucha, Rory, and buy a few more Salton. Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. I should probably get a Salton too. I never did. So I probably should. Simple. Oh, Mont Blanc Albert Einstein is really good. I think it's a little bit darker though. It's like a super dark gray. It's almost black. Earl Grey I haven't gotten a chance to use yet. Papier Plume, it's not exactly gray. It's kind of like, it's grayish. It's like a green gray, but not very saturated. It looks kind of cool. Einstein is nice and spoon gray. Spoon cheap? I don't know what that means. Tell me what spoon cheap means. It's like a number 2 pencil, huh? Huh. I remembered it being darker, but it's been a long time since I used it. I've got a couple bottles of it. Oh, you got the Boston Safety Pen, huh? It's not crazy because it sounds insane. I think I definitely saw one in Philly that somebody had, but I don't know if I like a pen design where if you uncap it the wrong time, all the ink just dumps out. That seems like a bad feature, but I don't know. Do I mix inks? No, I don't really mix inks. I'm too lazy most of the time. Although the Sailor Storia inks are really great for mixing. I don't like them much by themselves, but I mixed up I might have to buy 2 bottles of it because I really like this mix I made of balloon green and night blue or something like that. And I call it night balloon, and it is beautiful. And I've got it in a pen right now, actually. Let's see, I might actually have it in a sample vial right here. Is this balloon? No, that's Mont Blanc. I guess I don't have it right here yet. But yeah, really cool. So definitely try mixing some inks if they're meant to be. Oh, $200? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Kurosami's like pencil. Yeah, it is a little bit like pencil. It seems more silvery than pencil to me, but you know, it could be just I don't see pencil as much as other people. So cheap. Oh. I don't know. Seems like it's pretty expensive on eBay. Maybe you've got a better seller than Denise was finding. Maybe it'll work those. Well, I missed something for sure. David's talking here about something. Oh, Noodler safety pen. Yeah. The nib needed a little work. I am not shocked that a Noodler's nib was trash. That sounds perfectly right to me. Back to the TWSBI Eco. Finally, there's something very tactile with the acrylic they use, and the shaping make them interesting to use. I like the feeling of it. Yeah, it's got a good feeling. It's got a good feeling to it. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm not sure what you mean by tactile, unless you just mean like you like the way it feels. In which case, I totally agree. But I think it's a great pen. It's a perfect size. They look nice to me. I like the colors on the cap and the finial. I think it's neat. It looks way more blue on my screen than it does to my eyes. It's more of like a turquoisey blue than it looks bright blue on the screen, but anyway. That's what you get for laptop cameras. But yeah, I like them a lot. Got hard starks. Oh, that's interesting. I have a color card sample of my balloon ink. Oh, yes. The problem is that it's in here somewhere, so I know I saw it earlier today because I was looking through blues for something, but where it is in here, I don't know. Ooh, Robert Oster Blue Denim. I gotta use that sucker. Diatramentis Madame de Pompadour. I've got a lot of blue inks, actually, I need to try. Some of these I haven't even used. Most of them, probably. Yeah, here it is. That was actually pretty quick. Looks like this. It's a little bit greener in real life than it is on this screen. I think this camera is picking up more blues. But it's sort of a beautiful bluish greenish. I just mix it 1-to-1. Night blue and balloon green from Storia. Just 1-to-1 mix. It's got great behavior. I haven't had problems with it on any papers I've used it on. It's got great flow. It's been in this little Faber-Castell Basic that I've had for months. Let's see if it still works. Yeah, perfectly. Just no problems at all. There it is. It's a really pretty blue, and I like it a lot. It's kind of muted. But on the other hand, those things are like, those Storia inks are kind of expensive. Let's see what they're going for here. They're yeah, they're $18 for 30 mils, which is pretty expensive. So it'd be damn near $40 for me to make a bottle of this stuff at 60 mils. It's kind of expensive. I like it. I'm not 100% sure I like it that much, but I do like it. I like it a lot. Maybe I'll get 2. I don't know. See how it goes. Oh, I'm gonna use some stud earrings and use them as cap roll stops. There's no reason you couldn't. I've seen that happen. For sure. I want to say Sandra's. That's how Sandra's NC State pen is. It uses an earring, like an NC State earring, for a roll stop. So that makes sense. Let's see. Some tests on Krishna inks. They seem more acidic than other brands. Oh, interesting. I've only got 1 bottle of Krishna, and it's this one. And I haven't done like what do you call it? pH testing on it. Although Audrey's got a pH meter, so I might just have her check it out for me. Yeah, that's interesting. Stars and Dallas jokes, studs, micro mesh, lol. Maybe your philosophy will help me out, Mike. I'm thinking about buying a Noodler's ink, but I found myself not wanting to support financially the ideals of Nathan Tardif. I'm just overthinking. No, if you don't like the political ideals of a maker, I mean, one way to communicate that is by not buying their product. I think that's totally fine. But I've got no problem saying don't buy from a company you don't agree with. On the other hand, I don't think Nathan Tardif's like political ideals are all that weird. He's a pretty staunch libertarian, so he's just kind of very, leave me alone, I guess. Other than that, he's a little crotchety, but he doesn't have anything that's like super offensive or anything. So it doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you, then yeah, don't buy them. I mean, I make it a practice not to support companies that I don't approve of, or who have practices or have espoused views that I strongly disagree with. I have no problem cutting them right out of my purchasing habits. There are restaurants I don't go to. There are places online I don't go to. There are product lines I won't buy. There's all kinds of stuff like that. So, checked 34 of their inks. What's the range? How acidic are they, Adam? I'm curious. We got write a note here. pH test, Krishna. Also, I didn't know Krishna had 34 inks. Holy crap. That's a lot. And this is a brand that I literally heard about, 3 weeks ago. I'd never heard of them before the DC Pen Show. But, Yep. Let me get rid of some tabs here. There we go. All right. All right, so what else you got? It's after 5. If nobody has questions, I'm out of here. The chat has gone silent. I'm getting a bunch from 8 to 10. I mean, 8 is not a big deal. 10 is getting more acidic for sure. But 8's not a big deal. That's pretty run-of-the-mill, right? When are the kolaches arriving? They won't be here for at least an hour, probably more. I don't know when Audrey left, but it's Friday, so it always takes her forever to get home. She won't be home before 6. Oh, hey, Joseph. What's up? Oh, hey, Joseph. What should I drink tonight? I don't know. What are your options? I actually haven't been drinking in... alkaline? I thought acids... Oh, I don't know. I'm not a chemist. But if you say it's alkaline, I believe you. pH of 8. Yeah, that is alkaline. There, more alkaline, which is maybe worse. But yeah, 8 is not that far. 10 is actually still not that bad. I'd be fine at 10. But. Beer, wine, scotch. Well, that depends on what you want the rest of your night to be like. I'm a beer drinker mostly, although I do tend to drink some scotch. I haven't had a drink in weeks because I've been sick. I don't think it's a good idea to drink when I'm sick. Although I know there was a guy in the Slack who said, I'm going to drink a bunch of vodka because he had a cough and it made it go away. So I don't know. Whole lot of projects tagged pay it forward in search, huh? Interesting. Let me see if I can... Let's see if I can add a link in chat. That might have worked. See if you can click that link. No, 404. Huh. Looks like you didn't link the whole thing. Let's see. See if I can add this to the chat. Yeah, so there you go. Dapperman and I had the same idea. So if you just add that string that I put up there to the end of Kickstarter.com, you will find the PIF project. Let's see, Brian Scotch. I forget, will you be in Baltimore or be only Audrey? Actually, we're not sure if either Audrey or I are going to be in Baltimore. I don't know. I think maybe Audrey's not going. I'd like to, so maybe I'll convince her to go anyway. That is the weekend before my spring break, so it'd actually be really a convenient time to go to a pin show. But we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Matt says the thing of Nathan, not that you find it offensive, just you utterly disagree with him. I mean, if you just disagree with somebody politically, to me that wouldn't be a big deal unless it's like super offensive. I mean, there are plenty of people I disagree with, like will advocate policies that I disagree with, but it doesn't mean that I think that they ought to fail monetarily. But I don't know. Whatever. It's up to you, man. But I'm fine with it. I don't care. Let's see. Results from you share, they tend to have higher pH than many iron gall inks. The iron gall inks, right? Like the modern iron galls are pretty chill. They're not a big deal. Have I ever tried any of the Organic Studios inks? Yeah, totally. Look at my fancy name in chat. Heck yeah, my name is fancy. It's all yellow and stuff because I am the both. There is a thing I can turn on actually, which is called Super Chat. The thing about Super Chat, and the reason I haven't used it, although I don't know, maybe if somebody's interested in it, please let me know. But the thing I would have to do is I would have to monetize the channel, and that doesn't mean that it has to have ads on it. But when it's monetized, it means that people can subscribe to the channel in like a monetary way. I don't know if they'll let me do it because I'm not in YouTube gaming, but there might be something I can do with Super Chat. And if you pay like a few bucks a month or something, then you can get like fancy chat icons and all kinds of stuff. So if anybody thinks that they might be interested in, I don't know, paying to get better chat on these live chats, let me know and I'll look into the Super Chat thing, but I've never done it, so I don't know. Yeah, it is pay it forward with dashes, but the path is up there too. Let's see. I think all pens are now accounted for, so only donations, books, and some ink left. Yep. For pay it forward, you can't get pens anymore. Those were gone like, what, 2 days ago or something? Yesterday? Maybe it was yesterday they finally went away. Alcohol plus flu equals exploding sinuses. Yeah, that's what I was figuring, so I just don't want to do that. My sinuses were wrecked enough. Piff, new stuff in the works. I like to hear that. That sounds good. Bringing cupcakes to Baltimore, alcoholic cupcakes. Yeah, you should definitely try Sandra's cupcakes. I am sad that I didn't get to get any of those sweet, sweet margarita cupcakes. But I hope there was a person that that got to enjoy those, because holy crap, those were delicious. Is there a color that I just don't use or don't buy? I don't really use pink much. Although I will use it for notes, like liner notes and stuff in the margins. I don't really use purple much, but sometimes I do. Pink and purple are probably the ones that I just don't really use. Real light greens I'm not into, but coworkers got to enjoy the margarita. Good, I'm glad. But yeah, pink and purple are pretty much it, and I've got both of those probably within reach here. So, like Andrew Noble's a pink, and then I've got a purple. I've got a purple bung box right over here, but it's kind of hard to get to. I've got stuff in front of it, so. That's pretty much it. But like, I'm not opposed to any colors, I don't think, except for purple. Boo horned frogs. But that's just old college stuff. Man, I really do like this night balloon color. I'm gonna have to buy some Storia. Or actually, if I was gonna do a custom ink color, it would probably be something like this. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I think it'd be fun to have my own custom ink, but I haven't even really looked into doing it. There are some other things that I've looked into doing. Oh, yellow. Yeah, I don't really use yellow ever. Do I even have any good yellow inks? Oh, Mont Blanc Golden Yellow is actually totally usable. But that's kind of it. Pavier Plume Yellow is pretty bright, and I think it's usable, but that's kind of it. If I was going to use the yellow, it would probably be as like a highlighter color. I should say this, since we're talking about like pens and highlighters, since I just mentioned highlighters, let me tell you what. These highlighters are great. This is probably my new favorite highlighter. They are Just Fit highlighters. They've got a bunch of Japanese stuff on them. They're made by Zebra, apparently. I have only ever seen these at JetPens, but definitely check out these Just Right highlighters. the tips on these things are great. You can see how they get very narrow. They kind of flex a little bit, and they feel great. The ink looks great. The highlighter ink looks great on the page. It's got a very nice, narrow bit for doing small highlighting jobs. I think this bright orange is better than the sort of yellow because this is a very pale yellow. It's like a mild yellow, but check out these Just Fit highlighters. I will probably get more of them because I really like these. These are the best highlighters I've used in quite a long time. And I've been using mild liners a lot, but one of the weird things about mild liners is I always kind of think it's running out of highlighter. So, if logistics weren't a problem, which ink maker would I use for a custom ink? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it much because, I don't know, it seems like a lot of work. But which ink maker? I mean, I've got friends who are in the ink business, like Papier Plume, but I don't think they really like some of their more saturated inks. Maybe I'd go with a Papier Plume if I get them to saturate it real hard, like with the Piff ink, or I've really been loving Monteverde ink lately. I've got no problem with them. Robert Oster would be cool. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be. I don't know. But I think Monteverde would probably be a good sweet spot in terms of price and like color characteristics. But yeah, Ackerman does have the best bottle. That's true. But I don't know where they get their bottles, and I know they wouldn't share. I think it would be fun. I don't know. Stephen Brown got him to do it, so maybe, or got Diamine put in those bottles. This is by the way the 90 ml bottle for Monteverde, as opposed to the little bottles. These are 30s. And actually, these 90 mils I got for about the same price as the 30s. They're like 10 cents more or something, which is crazy. But this is a really good bottle. I'm liking it, at least so far. Maybe once it gets down really low, it'll be a problem, but I don't know. But yeah, I like a lot of these custom inks. And I think if I could get somebody that's like a reputable, like a big name maker or something to do it, I think that'd be pretty good, because then people wouldn't be scared to use it or some weird thing. I don't know. Like I probably wouldn't use Nathan Tardif for Noodlers because too many people have a bad taste in their mouth about Noodlers. And while I really like Private Reserve, a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about Private Reserve, and so I don't want to do that either, So if I'm like trying to sell something, I think it would matter, but I don't know. KVZ El Dorado is a nice yellow, similar to Mont Blanc. Cool. I have used one KWZ ink. Just one. It's around here somewhere. Is that Chicago ink? It was really good. Find no use for highlighters. I don't like to write in books. One of the reasons I moved to ebooks. Yeah, I like to write in books if they're like, and I use the highlighter because I'm a professor, so I'm constantly writing and reading stuff. Well, I've actually buried it under lights over here, but I'm reading some Hobbes lately, and so I've been, highlighting that. I was reading some Republic for a couple of weeks, and so, it helps. It's like step one. So like highlighting, margin notes, written notes, and then lecture notes, and then PowerPoints for me to use them. I've got it's a mini step process, but at the end of the day, I know all the things, so it's pretty good. But I had a professor in college, an English prof, who said, "You only highlight library books. Get out of here. That's vandalism." Who chastised us as a class for not writing in our books more than we were. He demanded we bring our books to class. And he looked at me and was like, why are there no notes? Why is there no highlighting? What's going on here? He's like, do you think that if you write in the book, it changes the content? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'll highlight a thing that I bought or that I'm going to use for reference. But I wouldn't highlight a novel, but other stuff. Was able to do at least the ink and notebook on Piff Kickstarter. Yeah, good. I'm glad. I've already Napa Burgundy is gorgeous. It does seem really hot. Yeah, I've seen that one. I'm pretty sure I've got a sample of it. I've got most of them. Let's see, is it this rack right here? Let's see if I can pull out this rack. Nope, that's not them. Is it this rack? Nope. Now I'm just making a mess and not finding the ink that I want, so I'll put these back. Yeah, I've got most of these, most of those Monteverde colors. There are some I'm missing. I'm missing a bunch of the ones from the gemstone collection or whatever, or mineral collection or whatever they call it. But I'm slowly getting those. Like Sapphire that I have over here is from that, and Fire Opal and a few others. But those are the ones I'm behind on. School books are expensive. You highlight them, you get less money back. You do not get less money back, at least not anywhere that I've been. They don't care. And you barely get anything back anyway, but I've never heard of getting less money back for a school book because you highlighted it. Never heard that before. Used books are used books, and they don't give you that much for them. But then they barely sell them at a discount, so they get you both ways. They're going to get their money out of you. But no, I've never had a school book sell back for less because it was highlighted. I don't even remember if anybody's ever even looked. They just looked to see if there's water damage, basically. Like I remember getting books that would be like $100 or something back in the day, and they'd offer you $10 for them, and so I would just keep the book or $2 or some nonsense number that's too low. So yeah, no, don't worry about that. But do highlight stuff. It's good for you. It's good for you. Helps to cement that thing in your mind a little bit. It's step one is highlighting. So I have a whole video that I actually did for my classes on how to take notes, because I think most students in college just don't know how to take notes. It's a skill. Excuse me, it's a skill they never pick up, and it's super important. So I decided that I probably ought to have a video about it. So. What's step two? Step two are like margin notes. And grab some notes. So let's see. Where's one you can see the highlighting in? Here we go. So this is book 4 of the Republic, which I printed out from our printer. So you can see it's got highlighting here. That's like step 1. And step 2 is picking out the things from the highlighting that I think really need to be seen. And then sometimes there's also, like this one, flags to help me find particular concepts that I think I might need to use in class. And then I use a notebook. Like right now I'm using a Lloyd's Term notebook to take notes in. And then sometimes that also gets highlighting in it, and then sometimes that also, and often that also gets post-it notes in it. I've got a lot of steps. Oh, you're an archaeologist. I'm doing research about the materiality of books. So I kind of overvalue books. You only take ones in a notebook and reference. Yeah, that's fine. I do that too, but I like to highlight. You know, how do I keep track of my inks, storage, etc.? Do I use a fountain for my margin notes? Yeah, if I can, I use a fountain for everything. I've got several ballpoints sitting here that I've been using recently, or gel pens or whatever, but mostly fountain pens. I actually bring my own paper to work and then print on that using the like laser copier thing. So then I can use the wheat paper that I like, and then that's fountain pen friendly. So yeah, I do. In books or whatever, like if you're using it in a book, forget about it. You're not going to find a book that a fountain pen will work in, at least not in my experience. And those, generally like in a book, I'll use margin notes sometimes, but I do more post-its because there's not that much room in books mostly. So how do I keep track of my inks? The answer is kind of badly. I have an Excel spreadsheet that tells me what I have. I use the fpc.ink tool. Fountain pen collection or fountain pen collection.ink or whatever is what it's supposed to stand for. But I use that. You can actually go and see a lot of the inks that I have if you go to fpc.ink and look me up. I've got this cabinet that's right behind me, this brown one. That's chock full of inks. And then if I flip this around, let's see, can I? I can. If I flip this around, these are a bunch of ink samples. That's 6 trays worth. Almost entirely full. So that's 300 inks or something right there. And then I've got a drawer over here that's chock full of inks. So, yeah, I'm not super organized, but I do keep them together. Like I usually keep brands together, and that's how I do it most of the time. But, you know. You received a work email containing emoji. I am also strongly against that in almost every circumstance. Like if it's just an email from a workmate or something, I think that's really cool. But, you know, yeah, no, it's not great. Don't use emojis in work stuff. Also, for the love of God, don't type like you're texting in work stuff. Oh man, I once got a research paper turned into me at, I think it was University of Tennessee when I was there, that used like the letter R in place of the word R every time, and a bunch of other things like that. And I was like, oh man, I was so angry. They got the riot act the next day. The riot act. Let's see what else. Materiality. Materiality. That's a hard word to say for me for right now for some reason. Brought some books from the U.S. and you guys buying books are the worst paper you ever tried. Yeah, I believe it. Our paper here is garbage. That's almost universally true. American paper is trash. Because Americans don't use fountain pens or whatever. They use ballpoints or something. And it doesn't matter, I guess. Laser printers. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks. Although I do have somewhere, and I've actually managed to misplace it, I have like the collected works of Plato or something, and that has really good paper, like almost Tomoe River quality paper in it, and that I used fountain pens in because I could. But most of the time you can't. You can't. God, emojis and work emails, that makes me very sad. Makes me sad. Oh man. Yeah, yikes. Yikes. But I'm glad to hear that Brazil has better paper. Yeah, man, if you want to send me some cheap UK supermarket paper, I'll check that out. I've been thinking I need to do a paper review here soon. I've got a bunch of papers of various kinds. I need to sort of work out what my paper review style would be. I haven't really done it much. Like what to include and like what's important about paper. So I haven't quite done it yet. But yeah, definitely send me some. I'll check it out. If you could, make sure that you put the brand on there or whatever. So when I... managed to pick up a few that suck. Yeah, maybe. Put the brand on there or whatever so that I can send people to that if they happen to be in the UK, because that's kind of important. If I just say supermarket paper, it won't be great. But, yeah, that'd be great. What have I been reading when it comes to contemporary philosophy? The stuff I've been reading lately is all, like, political theory stuff. Some business ethics here and there, but a lot of political theory, because I've got this social political class that I'm teaching now, and so that's the deep dive I've been doing, is trying to get in that. But you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. What do I have here? Anything right here in front of me that I've been reading? No, I've put it all away. Oh, Poverty, Partiality, and the Purchase of Expensive Education by Christopher Freeman. I need to read that, actually. It looks pretty cool. But, you know, I pick stuff up here and there. Yeah. Mountain of Ink had the best paper review? Well, I'm going to go look at Mountain of Ink's paper reviews then. Maybe I'll try to bite some of her style. We'll see how it goes. But she's got great reviews. Definitely check out Mountain of Ink. If you're not familiar with Mountain of Ink as a blogger, so prolific, such good reviews. I am always impressed and a little ashamed of my own work when I look at Mountain of Ink. I put in MO and it came up with Mountain of Ink. That's how much I go there. But I haven't been in a little while, honestly, because swamped. Oh, Noodler's Army Green. That's a cool color, man. That's a cool color. Just looking at her reviews right quick here. Yep, good stuff. Silver, Fire, and Ice. What? Anyway, definitely. Oh, Summer Storm. Yeah, I need to try that one out. Yeah, check out her reviews because they're real good. Real good. All right, it is after 5:30, so I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. It was awesome to have this many people come and have, things to chat about and that sort of thing. Hit the like button or whatever, subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you'll know when I come on next. But it's probably going to be Fridays, pretty much every Friday around this time. That's when I do my thing, at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So, come and hang out. If you feel like you want to help support the blog, I've got links down here you can check out. Patreon and Inkdependence and PayPal, all that kind of stuff. Finally getting a Panther. Hey, congratulations. Way to sit on that one. Panthers are great. A lot of folks talking about ontological turn. Because of that, I'll have to read some Heidegger. Oof. Heidegger is rough, like intentionally tough to read, I think. That's Heidegger's jam, but also not bad. Heidegger straddles the line between continental and analytic philosopher a lot, so check that out. Enjoying my kolaches, whatever those are. Kolaches are, here's like the brief rundown. Think of like pigs in a blanket, but with a much lighter dough usually. Usually some kind of sausage, sometimes mostly cheese, and then like I like to put jalapenos in them, or I like to eat ones with jalapenos. So, you know, there you go. Thanks for the live. Maybe transcribing my reading notes more fun. Well, I'm glad I can help out. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, and peace out. Until next time. Bye.